before I even came on the show, I know I was sexually very well, you know?
Do you think there's a pill for what he's going through?
There is. At least the solution means clinic in solution.
Do you feel wanted by your partner?
The second day, we're trying to make up. He couldn't get up.
This is not the guy that I want to spend the rest of my life with.
I don't want this boy.
So guys, on episode 4 of MAFS, we saw couples moving into the Married at First Sight apartments. I just loved the setup of the apartments. It's just top notch. Again, we also saw the couples attending the couples dinner, and they discussed about intimacy and the red and green flags of their partners. Salibonani, hello beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel where I give you updates and reviews of reality TV shows. This is our update and review of Married at First Sight episode 4 highlights. So please watch until the end of this video because as usual, your girl got a lot to unpack. Let's dive into it. So the first couple we're going to talk about is nkhululekho and makoto. So on the episode, we saw nkhululekho and makoto enjoying their last honeymoon day and they had a chit-chat. Makoto asked nkhululekho if he still wants them to have sex after 2 months, and nkhululekho responded that he wanted to see that he's truly invested in her, not sex. Makoto went on to tell a man that she'd rather be in a marriage where there is good sex whilst the other thing sucks. In wrapping up their conversation, nkhululekho told Makoto not to think about sex too much as they are gonna have it after 60 days. Meanwhile, at the couple's dinner, Tshepo asked Makoto where they are with the 2 months rule since he had said that he wants them to wait for 60 days. Makoto responded that they have been trying to break that rule. She went further to say she felt like nkhululekho was imposing his beliefs on her because Yena personally, she wouldn't get into a marriage and wait for 2 months, and sexually, she feels they ain't so compatible. There is a blockage. She even asked nkhululekho if he would be open to an open marriage if he doesn't satisfy her. Themba asked nkhululekho that when he cuddle with his wife, does he feel anything? Nkhululekho responded, Ukuti, what's happening with him is that he'd have those on and off moments, getting turned on and getting turned off. At the same time, Tshepo asked nkhululekho to see him aside and they got away from the table. Tshepo went ahead to tell nkhululekho Ukuti he was concerned and he really wanted to know the cause of the sexual blockage between him and his wife. So nkhululekho notified Tshepo that you think it's just the mentality he had placed himself under. He placed himself on waiting, but he reconsidered because of makoto. And whenever they are supposed to do the deed, he panic. And Tshepo went on to give him advice. On the other hand, we also got to see Makoto and Portia having their own girly chit chat, and Cotto informed Portia that she thinks nkhululekho ain't sexually attracted to her because he can get it up. He touches her and they would be making out, kissing, but nothing to a point where she even asked him if he is gay. Okay, so guys, it seems like we have another Tammy and Sitobile situation, Lana. Firstly, I personally think it was so wrong of Makoto to air a dirty laundry like that. I really felt embarrassed on behalf of nkhululekho. Makoto shouldn't have shared such information about her husband with the other couples. That was too deep. This is a private and sensitive issue, and sharing it publicly, even with close friends, can be deeply disgracing and hateful. What Makoto did was oversharing. Like, everyone is entitled to privacy, and this includes intimate details about one's body and sexual health. Makoto disrespected nkhululekho's feelings. I literally saw shame written all over his face. The best course of action Makoto should have taken was to have an open and honest conversation with nkhululekho about the issue and advised him to seek professional help rather than sharing with the other couples. Maintaining privacy and confidentiality is crucial for a healthy and respectful relationship. So nkhululekho is like dude is literally aware ukuthi he has erectile dysfunction, hence why he had to impose his beliefs on Makoto for them to have sex after 2 months. At this point, I personally think there is something Nkhululekho is hiding behind religion, or maybe it's his sexuality. I don't think Nkhululekho is a man of God like he is portraying to be. Did you all see his friends, guys? There is a saying that says, "Show me your friends and I will tell you who you are." I can't really place what it is, but something is just off nje about Nkhululekho. The experts literally did a poor job on matching Nkhululekho and Makoto. Moving on to our next couple, let's talk about Pallesa and Tshepo. So on the episode, Mr. Polygamist realized that his wife was still upset because of the polygamy topic he brought up. So he decided for them to play games with the intention to try and loosen it up. We saw them playing a game, picking up cards with questions, asking one another. Upalesa picked up a card with a question that was written, "What do you need to let go of and how can you do so?" Mr. Polygamist answered that he's letting go of talking and bringing up the subject of 30 parties within his marriage and never entertaining the idea. Upon hearing that, Palesa's mood lightened up, and in her diarization, she said that was a nice chess move from him. At the same time, we saw them at the couples dinner having a conversation with the other couples about their marriage journey so far, and Tshepo said, so far so good, he's in love. There is no red flags, there is just green and pink all the way. And Upalesa said she's getting to know her man and it's amazing. And about intimacy, they haven't consummated their marriage yet. They still got limits. Okay, so guys, Palesa and Tshepo are now giving me bragging rights. I just love them. Their maturity is just on another level. I just love the way they are handling issues in their marriage. It takes a real man to realize that he did something wrong and he have to take accountability. I just appreciated and loved how Tshepo assured Upalesa Okuti he ain't gonna entertain the idea of polygamy or bring up the subject again. Like, that's what marriage is all about: communication and addressing issues head on maturely. Tshepo is a real man, and I also just love Palesa's calm character. Very cool and understanding. She doesn't respond with defensiveness. They are both lucky to have each other. They are both matured, and maturity is one important factor in marriage because it influences a person's ability to truly commit to a relationship for life and understand that commitment implies giving up all other partner choices, like Tshepo decided to do, stashing away the idea of polygamy. Moving on to our third couple, let's talk about Nelisa and Timber. So on the episode, we saw Nelisa and Timber having a discussion of opening joint accounts for emergencies and a separate one for trips and stuff. And Nelisa is the one who came up with the idea. Meanwhile, in Timber's diarization, he said they haven't really discussed of how much do you earn or where do you work. At the same time, we saw him asking Nelisa that does she believe in financial advisors because you think it's best for them to seek financial advice, and she said yes. At the couple's dinner about the topic of red and green flags, Nelisa said she think she's just too much in love. She was in love with Themba from day one, so she ain't in that space where she's seeing red flags yet. She went further to say Themba feels like a safe place for her, and Yena no Themba, they have already consummated their marriage. She went ahead to share that she came into this very hungry and she even blocked their periods, and Themba only said he is really in love with her. Okay, so guys, Nelisa and Themba is my other favorite couple. They are really enjoying their marriage. The connection is there. My girl is a gone girl. She is deeply in love, like she said, and she can't even hide it. Yes, Themba loves her, but I feel like Nelisa loves the guy more than where the guy is. And the issue of joint accounts, I personally think Nelisa is moving in full speed since she is the one who suggested the idea. And to make matters worse, they haven't even discussed about their occupations and how much each of them earn. I personally think it's still too early to be talking about joint accounts. Nelisa needs to tone it down a little bit. Let's talk about our last couple, Portia and Bongani. On the episode, we got to see Bongani and Portia discussing if the experts met their requirements. Whilst laughing, Portia apprised Bongani Ukuti. She asked for a tall, dark, handsome man with a six-pack nyana. She went on to tell him that in terms of personality, he seemed to be on point, so the experts met half of the requirements. Bongani told Portia that on his list, he asked for 25 to 30 years old, 31 being the extreme of extremes, and also he asked for beautiful toes. Meanwhile, we got to see them at the couple's dinner. Whilst the other couples were chatting and sharing the red and green flags of their partners, Uposha was so quiet. Bongani shared with the other couples that he think their differences, which they are engaging on continuously, and probably red flags might come, but he's more than happy to be with Portia. At the same time, Makoto asked Portia for them to have a chat aside. Portia told Makoto that she's not okay with Bongani's physique, and when she looked at him, she just wants to cover her eyes. She ain't attracted to him at all. She went on to say he have been sweet, he have been a gentleman, but it's not helping anything. Makoto asked her, Okuti, since Bongani has been talking about her Dory, what is she gonna do? Portia answered that she don't know whose home Bongani is gonna take the Dory to, but definitely it's not coming to yours. Okay, so guys, Portia is literally making me angry. At this point, I really feel sorry for Bongani. There are ladies out there praying for somebody like Bongani. Portia is gonna regret big time. Bongani is a gentleman. Yanashi is busy looking for playboys at her age. I don't know who told you Ukuti she's all that. Bongani ain't even bad. He's so down to earth and funny. I just think that Portia should have a sit-down conversation with Ubongani and be honest with him that she doesn't see them working out because of his looks, rather than giving him false hope and going around having side dogs mocking his looks. It's very bad and demeaning, especially on a public platform. It seems like Portia ain't ready for marriage because looks ain't an important factor in marriage. They are crucial elements to be considered in a marriage. Yes, physical attraction can spark initial interest, but it's the deeper connection and shared values that sustain a relationship over time. Portia is literally looking for heartbreakers. I believe that preferences should never be prioritized over the things that truly sustain a marriage. I personally think Portia is missing out on a great spouse simply because Ubongani ain't fitting a preconceived image. The way she's prioritizing physical attraction, it is very wrong. Another highlight on the last segment of the show, we saw Portia and Nkhululekho at their MAFS apartment. And Nkhululekho voiced out to his wife that he's very uncomfortable when she's wearing short clothes, are revealing clothes. They also spoke about the issue of Makoto sharing their bedroom issues at the couple's dinner. Nkhululekho said to Makoto he didn't expect it, her sharing such information with the other couples. He went on to tell her that he feels like she's rushing this whole thing and it's supposed to be a journey taken together. He went further to say to her before he came onto the show, he know he was sexually healthy. This didn't sit well with Makoto and she lost it. She went on to tell Nkhululekho Ukuti he was gaslighting her, trying to make her the reason why they are having problems in the bedroom. She went further to point out to him that he should take accountability because she really wants someone who is going to flip and break her walls. Hey guys, this marriage is heading nowhere. So Makoto wants Upasta to break her walls, and by the looks of things, it seems as if Upasta ain't capable of that. I just feel like Makoto is being too hard on the guy. She's always on defensive mode. She should at least try and compromise and also understand that it ain't Khululekho's fault. Ukute Aivuki erectile dysfunction is often a medical issue. Since he is willing to seek professional help, she should offer him support. It can significantly impact the situation. Also, Nkhululekho must learn to take accountability and not blame Makoto for his problem. I feel like Umakoto and Nkhululekho, they lack emotional intelligence. That's why it is difficult for them to resolve conflicts. Lacking emotional intelligence in a marriage can significantly hinder relationship stability. It can lead to poor communication and lack of empathy, potentially causing emotional neglect and ultimately damaging the relationship. Umakoto and Kruleko need to develop emotional intelligence, just like Tshepo and Palesa, because it is a critical ingredient for a thriving marriage. It will allow them to navigate challenges, build intimacy, and create a supportive and fulfilling partnership. Okay, so guys, that was all about the highlights of episode 4 of MAFS Muzansi. That is all that I had in this particular video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? There is nothing to wait for. So please kindly do subscribe to join this beautiful family. If you have got your own opinion, your own observation, your own perspective, your own whatever, please don't hesitate. You know what we do here. Kindly go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section box down below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and also share. It's a bye for now.